Oh, finally there's sun again. All that rain, eh? What are you saying? Who are you
I
even?
am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Nice song, man. Nice song. This is disco, eh? The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he
A
goes.
simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Yeah, listen to him.
From another planet. Hey there.
Hey there, what's going on?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam, man?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating. An all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
Oh, nice. So we're in the antechamber. Finally an explanation. How long have you been here, man?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
What are you hauling, man?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him. Relax. He's merely joking.
Wicked, I have always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
I could get one of these tracksuits. I think they're dashing.
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
And that's your machine?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Whatever you say,
A motor
man.
lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Apparently I know about this. That's a fallen A6 you got there.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Oh, I love old lorries.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Oh, I got another
The
question.
man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
What is it with this strike? What do you know about that? What is the strike?
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
Yeah.
I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Sounds cool, man.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
Oh, so you know her. Okay. So Kim knows her, apparently, because he knows it's a woman. What do you think the company wants out of this?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
You're not doing that?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon. A glint of something in his eyes. Oh, he's a philosopher. Have you seen the dead man behind the hostel?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
With what are you busy then?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion is?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Ha! What do we see in his eyes?
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold.
How familiar is he?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon.
He's Horizon Walker. We are Fire Walker. What's in the southwest?
Excuse me?
He emerges from the reverie. Really, you can tell me?
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, cop man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I feel hunted, man.
Hunted? By what?
By a shadowy figure known only to me as the ex-something.
An ex-wife?
Ow. Oh, that hurt. It's dangerous. It followed me into this world when I awoke. I think it may be a planar hunter.
Planar hunter? Wow. That sounds really bad. I hope that doesn't happen to my marriage.
Don't worry. My thing has nothing to do with marriage.
Sure, man, if you say so. But look, man, thanks for this. It's good to talk to someone. I know it wasn't easy to ask, so I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Yeah, have you some spare change? Just...
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They?
The bosses, man.
Well, I don't know them. That sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
Okay, I'm good. Good talk, man.
Don't be a stranger.
He gives a salute with 2 fingers.
Hey, psst,
I look around.
psst. Hey, you.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
But love has worked out really well for me. I'm a love winner. Kim loves me.
Good. We need tender men like you building gargantuan communism. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted by human beings. Is that right?
How come there's a word on the
You
street?
keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Maybe some mildly left-wing things, but none of these terrible things. That's not love.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
What's this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
We will be the superstar. I'll
You
be the
alone.
superstar.
Against every living thing. Against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother.
My mother.
You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Yeah, let's get to work with a superstar. We'll roll up our sleeves and start building communism, but not the Chinese one. We'll build a real communism. The Jesus communism.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
What? Firing squads? Nah.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Masovian socio-economics. What does that mean? -2 visual calculus. People think communism was some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world never to return again. They were right, until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the war call of Commodore Red, prostitutes and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench, where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He's the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. We do that? Or we could become the cop of the apocalypse. You woke up in a hotel room and started rambling about the end of the world. It's not your normal everyday doom crying either. Something truly colossal is approaching. The gloaming, the culling, the bloodletting of unimaginable proportions until you've been pleasantly vague about the precise nature of this cataclysm. No more. Put the bloodletting on the burner and really figure out what's threatening the fragile physical reality you just found yourself in. We woke up in a hotel room. What will happen if we internalize that? Yeah, we're definitely a cop of the apocalypse. Acopolypse. The acopolypse. What's going on here? Oh, it's raining again. It's raining again. Wait, what was that? Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. And here? What do we have here? Something is hidden in that truck, isn't it? But the rain is coming in. A bold slogan, Human Knocks, covers the truck. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I'm Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revochol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV the Insane. What did this king do?
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago? High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Okay. Wow, this is really hard. Is there something to find here? Oh yes, a white tank top. Ruins full of snow, no one lives here anymore. No one. Money. It's getting ever more real. The Wild Pines. Ah, that's the company, right? Are you the negotiator?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grinner?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask some questions, ma'am.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Snipper's fingers will try.
Wait,
The lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why? Kimmich, she could know something.
Why? I just told you why.
Okay, if you say so. What do you have to do with her? Kim, you of all people. A foreign car kept in good condition. I think there's someone lost some change. We know it. Getting rich here. Rich, rich, rich. The lorries probably stored fuel here now. They store booze. Hey, wow, what a big man. Hey there.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here, man? With the cop of the apocalypse.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause have you?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
Sounds good if you say it that way. Well, I haven't chosen any side. No, I have some questions for you, man.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return. So, what is a strike, man?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
So, workers against each other? sounds like normal behavior, right?
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
Wearing new clothes, man?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
He has foreign clothes. Does he have the clothes of the dead man?
Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
What is your goal?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Head measurer.
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one by be? You seem capable, man.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
This man doesn't talk like a worker, I say. He sounds like an operative agent.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there, but that one's no joke, and my men are tired and hungry. They're
Your men?
workers, not fighters.
Your man. Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
Oh, I understand. You don't like their looks? Oh, goodness me.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
Man rubs his jaw, a perfect lightly bearded square wedge. Who are all these strike breakers, man?
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
Yeah, that's the best question. I wanted to ask that too, Kim. Why do you have to do these things?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
Is this the corporate man?
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Where are you from, man?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. I thought you looked real familiar for a second.
No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
I already got that. I'm interested in your personal background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
And bounce away, I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
I never heard of it. I want to get him to fail. Are you lying?
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
A little spark of violence gutters in his eyes. Then he blinks and turns to his men. Hey.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hey, I wasn't done asking questions.
Things are busy enough. You going to waste less of my time?
Maybe.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Where are you from, man?
What's it to you?
It's routine. It's part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Yeah, what's your
We're all
background?
workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
So which one were you? The Territorial?
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
No.
We're done here.
Again.
Right to work!
I want more questions.
Things are busy enough. You going to waste less of my time?
The
We'll see.
hulking man oozes stark
Maybe.
skepticism.
I want to get in there too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
I have an investigation going on, man. I'm a cop. This is an official matter, not to be discussed with outsiders.
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This really isn't my area of expertise, and maybe we'll try to build communism.
We are
you know?
not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
I'm just gonna leave now. There's something off with him. What's about the gates? It says Grich. What is Grich? The Greater Reverschol Industrial Harbor. Alright. And who's Slender Man here?
Scab?
Ask the man with jolly eyes tilting his head. What's a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mouse, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than Scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Huh. Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I'm a cop, not a
I was
scab.
just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop Scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money." Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I'm a bit short on money. You give me some.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
Flips a coin toward you. We'll try to catch it.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Appreciate it.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to,
He nods toward the protesters.
you know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though.
Yeah, I gotta spend money to make money.
Aye, you lost me there, Honcho. But it's okay as long as you're not a sorry-ass scab.
Well, what's this strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
The organization. I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring
My
this.
friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does this mean you can let me through the gate now?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Oh, we'll go on our own,
If
I
it's
guess.
so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
Can I just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
A measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
Okay, that's a joke.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So it's difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation,
Sure.
or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Anyone ever bested him in a physical confrontation?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Okay, another thing.
Sure.
I'm investigating a murder, man.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's, yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing, man. But someone got to solve it.
That's okay.
And we're
I
the
have
cop.
no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. Don't tell me. It's a better day that way.
Nice talk. Gotta get moving. Oh, this is so wonderful. Maybe we'll get through. Who knows? What's that? In case of a strike, press button right behind guard. Ah! A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lockpicking or door kicking this one. There's something up here. Oh, but we cannot get there. Looking monolithic. And what is operated there? More than enough to please a woman. What? So, you guys here. Just look at him, the wonderful hunk. Hey there, man.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Alright.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Let's actually do that.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he was smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
I smell her breath. Kimmy, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
Oh well. Wait. Al Ghul.
Yes, Al-Ghul.
Al Ghul.
He means alcohol.
Do you mean alcohol?
Correct. My small skull servant.
He nods approvingly.
Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
The desert pygmies, they're behind all of this.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
But the Ilmarin did not invent alcohol. It's existed since the Neolithic.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and the Rolam Al-Ghul have fed your people. Go on believing in it, race loser.
I don't think that's how history works, man.
Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet congenitally deformed enough.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
The babe looks at him with eyes full of admiration that transcends the merely sexual. Alright, I might be a servant of Al Ghul. Nah. Let's be honest. I'm a servant of Al Ghul. I still need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it.
Show him, yeah, that's saying him. Yeah, I'll just... Look, you have an interest in that too. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
But I'm not a degenerate drunk. I just need you to let me go into the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simenine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it.
What do your tattoos mean, man?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures toward the lorry man down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
And that's why you're talking like you're a snail. You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Interesting, so one of my ancestors was Sur-la-Clé and the other Vesper?
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Rivasholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
So you serve the Union, are they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with
There
you.
must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve them, you know? How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I've gotten it from disco.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
So everything comes from Seminoles, eh?
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Who are the Seminoles again?
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Rivachol. So that's your background.
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the island?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're not really Semenese, you're just from Revachol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Simony strategy. Spreading through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with, and never getting into the harbor.
Kim, do you also think this is some BS?
I don't think anything about this. We are wasting our time having this conversation.
Your pedomorphic friend is right. You should leave here with your tail between your legs, contemplating race extinction. I am an immovable obstacle.
Oh, we'll not subscribe to his freaking theory.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Cool.
So cool.
Where is it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
That's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi. Badass on-the-edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you. And you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Have we found out here? Some kind of superstar? First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar. In the groupies and cocaine riddled with hepatitis C strikes a Leoness pose with a Mike kind of way. You're not Guillaume Le Million or Davy Davis. No, you're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Where some would say it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. But we have to find another solution, I guess. What's in this? All right. So nothing here. We must find a way around him. Hey, do you have any tip, man?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Measure didn't really go well. Could you help me with that?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days.
Gadgets?
Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kowalson crane over using some remote controls. Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Hey, Kim, do we have air support? Why didn't you tell me?
Because we don't. We don't have air support or any of those other things.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology.
He pats the side of his nose with the index finger.
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however.
Yeah.
First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grow him. That's how I do it. You're welcome.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
Okay, but I don't want to. Maybe we can find another one here. That would solve a lot of problems. You got an idea here? Loudspeaker corporate man?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button?
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
That's too dangerous. What's this? Fritte. Whatever that is. Who's this man?
Welcome to Revachol.
Announces a rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
What's happening? You sound angry, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Okay, we are in a limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Okay, come on. Kim is the only one who's our real friend here. We got to help him.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim, I've got your back!
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
Lorryman spits.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that's settled, we've got a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
You could ask him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching. Maybe he was present.
I want to see the soles of your boots.
Been admiring the stompers, huh? Sure thing. Check them out.
He lifts his left foot, then the right.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible pattern.
What's up with these soles, man?
It's Revachol.
Where did you get boots like that?
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny.
He rubs the back of his balding head, but why?
For when the invasion comes, the last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Revachol.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares. He just makes a little note.
You do understand you're stomping on Revachol every day, you don't?
No, it's not like that. You don't get it. It's when I kick them, you know? Oh, fuck it. It's too complex for you.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
How long has this been going on?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month. 2 months, maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
I found this mug in the trash. Is it yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is that thing yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What was the argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Oh, that shit again. Oh, why are these people that way? We have to fix this whole world, do we? On our own. Is communism the answer? I don't know.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Please explain.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, Naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Obviously. Why? Why is there even a category for that? Yeah, you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
And
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damned kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
ah,
Cultural victory? What is this then?
what's your cultural victory thing?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
They have nothing else,
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new subrace, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Oh my goodness! The people are all crazy. Can you go to that big idiot on the bridge? Knock him out? Why don't you go? Why don't you go? F yourself, man.
Don't push your luck, runt.
Man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Jump Jam's a popular music mag. And this is a glossy magazine. Most able-bodied men. This issue hosts the top 10 list. Alright. I think we'll go into this shop later because isn't it a... I think there's a warehouse behind that. And that warehouse was blocked by something. And maybe... Oh, wait, yeah. I don't want to go there. We have just got a thought. That warehouse and the pry bar that we got from the car. I know it's getting dark, but you're still there. Aren't you cold, Kuno? Maybe we can open this now.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
So nothing new to find here. What's about that thing? Alright, we can't go there. Oh. Let Kuno deal with it. It's cold, but not much longer. Thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. We'll see each other in the next episode. Have a great time until then, and happy gaming. See you soon!